Security has been an issue during negotiations to set elections in Somalia. While many look to Al-Shabaab to try and disrupt elections, there are other factors in play that can affect the vote. Noted Somalia analyst Omar Mahmood joins ADNtv once again to take a closer look at why security has been a divisive issue and how it could end up disrupting the polls.
It's not as easy as saying we just need to secure this from outside actors like Al-Shabaab attacking it, but it also needs to be secured so that the security forces that are involved aren't politicized in any sort of way either.
Al-Shabaab has been active in the country recently. Attacks in Mogadishu have hit restaurants and hotels. In Lower Shabelle, they are said to still control territory. A big hit during the voting would seem to be a chance to prove they are still potent.
I think they remain quite a big threat. The 2016-17 process did pretty well in terms of securing the venues. One change this time around, though, is that they've basically doubled the number of venues because each federal member state will have 2 voting locations. Some of those kind of do increase a bit of risk. So, for example, Barawe in Lower Shabelle is one of the voting locations which is surrounded by Al-Shabaab. There's some other security dynamics in a few of the other ones, in Garbahar and Ghetto, for example, or Beledweyne around as well.
AMISOM promises to be involved, although the redeployment of American military personnel might embolden the terrorists.
So, I do think Al-Shabaab's a risk. We saw, them also be a risk in the last round, but not really able to disrupt the process. So hopefully this expansion, doesn't allow them some greater opportunity, but I do think we need to be cognizant of that threat.
Forces loyal to President Mohamed Farmajo squared off against those supporting opposition figures in April. This was after the legislature tried to extend the government's term by 2 years. Shots were fired, but a major battle was avoided. But that situation creates a worry for those looking for a peaceful vote.
I think that was probably the most damaging aspect of the past few months, or maybe one of the most damaging aspects, was this fracturing within some of the security forces, or at least some security forces responding in a way in which they didn't respond to the commander-in-chief, but responded based on other dynamics that they felt were more important, whether it's defending the Constitution or some clan dynamics and whatnot. So we did have this kind of fracturing.
There are potential solutions for keeping rival security forces apart.
It's so important to get some neutral forces, whether that's around AMISOM, particularly around the security venues. One thing that has also been done in the past is kind of these concentric circles, where you have a neutral body like an AMISOM at the polling venue, then you move out to the police, then you move out a little further to the SMA.
In the end, preventing attacks will not be the only measure of election security success.
Security is important as well because you have to secure these particular voting venues, and depending on who's in charge of a particular venue, you could see the potential for interference or intimidation of those who are voting to go a certain way.
ADNtv will continue to post updates on polling security as the election approaches. And Monday, we will have more from political analyst Omar Mahmood as we look at what to expect from the campaign period.